Welcome to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. It is Friday afternoon, midday conversation with TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Don't forget to check your boy out on Twitter at TD Fans Talk. Instagram is TD Fans Talk, and my Facebook page, TD Fans Talk as well. What's up, ladies and gentlemen? As you enter into the building, make sure you hit the like button. We're going to have a quick discussion today about the Miami Dolphins and the salary cap situation. Shout out to the first mod in the building, none other than Finsanity 5. Oh, man. Man, I hope a lot of y'all look forward to tuning in tonight for the TD Fans Talk late night conversation. Shout out to Big Boy Sports News entering into the comment section. And what's good with you, Joey? I see you in the building, man. What's up, Sex Killer 14? Sax Killer 14, excuse me. Man. Shout out to the Mod Squad, Chad Marchon. How we doing? We doing great. We doing phenomenal. We're doing excellent. What's happening, TD? I'm good, Deshaun. What's going on with you, man? Can't wait to hear everyone's thoughts, man. Finn said that we're going to have an amazing show tonight. We're going to vibe out. We're going to vibe out. Yeah. Cloud Life, I see you. It's me. What's up with you, man? What's the pun? Yeah. Christopher Welch, what's going on with you? I see y'all entering into the comment section. Nice flow. Yes, it is. Found out my football season is over, but that's all right, Big Boy Sports News. What are you going to do since you found out it's over? So much more you can do. Maximize your time and don't just sit around soaking in the fact that it's over, man. Sorry to hear that, but at the end of the day, that means bigger and better things are coming your way. Me, Messi, what's happening with you on this Friday? I'm good, man. Happy Friday to you. I see you, Tony P, live from Miami, Florida. The comment section is popping right now, but the like button isn't. Hit that like button, y'all. Show your love. We got more than 10 people that's commented, so at least hit the like button, too. I see you, Snap Raws, with the Chase Young eyes. What's up, Fans Nation on Facebook? I see you. Them Rams, though. Mr. Spacely. What happened to them Rams, though? Another L? Come on, man. They got to tighten up. Field goal kicker got the best of y'all, man. My guy, Savion S. What's up with you? Same old, brother. Much love. All right, I see you. Antoine Montgomery live from Carroll City in the house. Miami-Dade, baby. I just keep looping this music. I'm in love with it, man. My boy put his foot in this one. My ankle got sprained, but that's all right, man. Chase repost something about him going number 1 to Miami. Well, I didn't see that now, Wedson. Are you trolling me, Wedson? You trolling me, Wedson? Don't be messing with me, Wedson. And we ain't gonna hide the number 1 pick, man. It's on his Instagram, LOL. I don't know, man. No troll. I saw it. Y'all playing with me, man. Now y'all got me actually going to Instagram to see if I can find Chase Young to actually see if he's posting some craziness like that. I'm about to find out if y'all trolling me or not, man. If you're trolling me, you're getting blocked. Oh, man. Let me type his name in. What's his name? Let's go. Chase Young. Let's see. Y'all know I listen, but I verify, y'all. Oh, I put use instead of Young. All right, here we go. Chase Young. Yeah, I don't see what y'all talking about. Ain't nothing on here about no Miami. Y'all some trolls, man. Say it's in his stories. But I don't know how to find stories and do all that good stuff. Yeah, all I see is something that say keep eating. Y'all gonna have to teach me how to find use Instagram, man. Yeah, I think I'm giving up. I'm giving up on trying to find whatever this is y'all talking about. Give it to me right. Nice shirt, TD. Yeah, man, the wife got this one. I like it. I had to go find all the shirts that she bought me recently, and I finally found 3 of the 4. I don't know what the other one is. Oh, man, I'll send it to you, TD. All right, just send it to me, man. Because, yeah, your boy don't see nothing like that. Who would you take with the #1 pick? Shout out to everybody. All right, guys, we're going to go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and get started and talk about this salary cap situation and what it means for the Miami Dolphins, y'all. It's about 5 seconds left for the song. I got to hear the ending. Man, that's it, man. Let me get off of that. Man. All right, baby. TD, tonight, open mic night. Kind of like a random panel. Just wanted to see if that's still on this evening, brother. Yes, it is, FM. Open night mic. It ain't open night mic. It's open night mic and video. So don't think you just going to get on the mic. We need to see your face. We got to see your face. In your face. Oh, man. We got to see your face, man. If you're going to be live with us. If you're going to be live with us, man. All right, so we will be in the Super Bowl run in next 2 years. Why not this year, baby? I'm still holding out hope. Call me delusional all you want. I'm holding out hope. The moment we lose 7 games, then I'll be like, it's over. But until then, I'm holding out hope. I'm holding out hope, baby. And you can't steal my hope. You can't steal my hope whatsoever, man. Oh, man. I saw on Instagram where TD was going first overall to Miami. Let's go, baby. First round pick. First round pick, baby. We're going to the Super Bowl off of me. I'm telling you. I'm a game changer. I make everybody around me better. Period. Got to get this H2O in, man. H2O day. Nothing but it. Keep filling the cup. All right, y'all. Now, down to business. Thank you for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans, guys. We are here. We are live. It's time to talk Miami Dolphin football. One of the conversations that I had with someone earlier today, and it's just crazy. We were talking about the money of the Miami Dolphins, and then I was able to find an article right after we were talking about it on Dolphins Wire, talking about the Miami Dolphins salary cap. The Miami Dolphins currently sit 3rd in the NFL with the most cap space this year. We're not talking about next year yet. Right now, the Miami Dolphins have $28.27 million. $28.272 million of available cap space to use this year if they want. This year alone. Now, some people may say, hey, if you got that money this year, why wouldn't you go ahead and secure some of this talent from other teams via trade right now and, bring in some of that talent of the future? Make those trades now, like the Jalen Ramsey and different stuff like that potentially. Well, the reason why the Miami Dolphins aren't, and they're going to take this money into next year, because they want to be able to have a platter. They want to be able to have a platter with all their options sitting on that platter and be able to select, pick, choose all from one site, one vision, one scope, okay? One scope. What do you mean by that? What do you mean by that, TD? It's simple, guys. If we made moves right now that were massive and major, it takes away from the picture of the draft and free agency alone. You want to be able to know what's out there and what's available when the time comes, all in free agency. Not now. Here's why. Say you do go get a Jalen Ramsey and you pay him $18 million a year. Right now, you're giving away a draft pick, and then you're not carrying that much money over for the future cap. Now, the big part of that is the draft pick. Getting rid of draft picks to do so. You're already digging into your future, right? But what happens if free agency comes and all of a sudden another top premier cornerback is on out there available and you could have gotten him for $13 million. This is why sometimes you don't want to rush the opportunities that you may have. Not only that, maybe a team is willing to trade one of their top corners before next season. You have a lot of time before now and next season for so many things to happen, for so many players to just become disgruntled, for so many situations. Not to mention if a player gets hurt and the team releases them after this season and we want to take a chance on. It's all type of opportunities. Now, does that mean we won't make any deals before the trade deadline? I'll be the first one to tell you that's not the case. Because there are a few rare, great players that you might want to pull the trigger on right now if the price is right. And when I say right now, I mean before the trade deadline. And to have $28.272 million available right now to be the third highest team, only trailing the Browns at $32 million and the Colts at a staggering, whopping $44 million. Interesting. And the Raiders are behind us with $25 million. And shockingly, the Cowboys at $24.4 million. But we know where a lot of that money is going. We know where a lot of that money is going. A lot of people have been talking about players like Stephon Diggs today, that we should bring him in because the trade talk is picking up. But I would say we have to be careful and take our time. But I also would say if the price is right, bring them tonight. If the price is right, bring them tonight. Stephon Diggs is a talent, a raw talent that is just amazing if you ask me. But what would a Stephon Diggs cost us? If they traded Stephon Diggs, what would that cost us? Would it be worth the asking price? Would it be worth the asking price? I'm not sure that I could say yes at all. Third and a chance, in my opinion. A chance, especially after the Rams got clapped last night. Oh, y'all talk about something. Listen, man. I don't think you're going to get him for a third-round pick unless they get desperate and go ahead and make the change. And also, guys, and mods in the comment section, if I need to block someone, y'all let me know. All right? Because I see y'all having a lot of fun in the comment section right now. Yeah, that's why I will put it. It's me around the second-round pick. But would you trade Diggs for a second-round pick? Let me know in the comment section. Would you trade Stephon Diggs for a second-round pick? William said no. I think Diggs is better than Thielen. Ooh, I don't know about that. That's a tough. Second and fifth, you would give more. Yes, no, I wouldn't. Just doesn't get as many looks. No. Yes, we know what we are getting in him. Diggs trash. Diggs is only 25 and they known. Yes, for a second. The second, yes. Nah, I said the fly. Depending on how much of a problem he becomes. I think Diggs is pretty good. Second round pick. I wouldn't give a second round pick for Diggs. But here's the problem in the fact that I wouldn't. Since we have 3 second round picks, I would give a second round pick for Diggs. You see how that works? And in a traditional 7 draft picks, 1 in every round, I would not give a second round pick for Diggs. But the fact that we have 3 second-round picks, I would bring in Diggs for a second-round pick. Because the truth is, you do know what you're getting. You do know what you're getting. It's me said we only have 2, I thought. Did something change that I missed, y'all? Because we have 3. Wait, I'm tripping. Y'all, please forgive me. Yes. 3 first-round picks in 2 seconds. But it's still an additional second that I would give for Diggs. Please forgive me. I'm getting caught up with the 3. 3's been all in my mind for the simple fact we got 3 first-rounders. It's that simple, man. And a lot of people keep asking, well, does this player want to be in Miami? That's all. Every time we talk about somebody wanting to come to Miami, do they want to be in Miami? That's why we were going to have this conversation today about the salary cap. The Miami Dolphins are gearing up to have a lot of money next year for the salary cap. People are estimating between $115 to $150 million. But what does help us is carrying over about $28 million next year. Now, let me tell you something about the Miami Dolphins, why we are so set up to ball out next year. We are so set up to ball out next year. I'm not going to say we're going to have $135 million. Then I'm not going to say we're going to have $150 million. I'm going to probably put it out. Let's just say $130 million to be fair. So that if I'm under, that's fine. And if I'm over, it's fine. If we have $130 million next year, $130 million, ladies and gentlemen. We are going to be some of the biggest players in free agency, period. Period. And I don't think they're going to get mediocre in free agency. And yes, we're going to sign people. And yes, they're going to want to come to Miami. Does anyone know why they're going to want to come to Miami? Let's see if we can get somebody to answer correctly in the comment section. Why are free agents going to want to come to Miami all of a sudden next year? Bill Clinton said, no, they're not. You're a lie. You'll see. Taxes is a good reason, but there's other states with taxes. Why are they going to want to come to Miami? It's not because of South Beach. It's not because of Flores. It's not because of taxes, but that does help. It's not because of partying. Insanity 5 is the first one to get the correct answer. Because of money. Kevin hit it too, getting paid. They are going to get paid in Miami. They are going to get paid in Miami. This is the only situation where you will ever hear TD ever say, we're in a situation where we will be allowed to overpay every single player we bring in, but I hope they keep a principle behind that, by about 10 to 15%. If the going rate is $10 million for this player per year, then you need to give them 11.5. This is the only situation where you'll hear me say, go ahead and overpay players. Not excessively. Not excessively. But give them that little premium. And on top of that premium, you don't have state tax. You have the beach. You have all these draft picks. You have this. You have that. The lifestyle. Whatever. You can add all that as old glamour. But we can overpay. Do you know why we can overpay? Do you know why we can overpay? Not just because we have the money and we have so much of it. Here's why the Miami Dolphins will be in a rare situation, ladies and gentlemen. This is rare, what I'm about to say to y'all. It is as rare as it can be. Because this doesn't work with other teams in their situation. The reason why they'll be able to bring in talent, they already know they're going to have to overpay to bring in the talent that they want. But the reason why they'll be able to do that is because everybody on this team outside of those free agents they bring in for big money are on rookie contracts. Not only are they on rookie contracts, and if they're a veteran that's not on rookie contracts, they're not getting paid much. Devontae Parker, $5 million. You see what I mean? They're not getting paid much. But the reason why they'll be able to manage overpaying people is because they're going to do it the smart way. They're going to front load their contracts. Say you do bring in a Jalen Ramsey and give him a 5-year, $85 million contract. You'll probably guarantee 40 million of it, but that only guarantees 2.5 years. They're going to front load every single contract. Do you know why they're going to front load those contracts? Because it's going to match up with the draft picks. It's going to match up with the draft picks. When it's time to re-sign Christian Wilkins on a big deal, if he earns it. All the guys we signed this offseason coming up, their contract can be gotten rid of easily if they want by the time Christian Wilkins is up for a new deal. By the time almost every young player on this team is up for a new deal, all it's going to be is a swap. That's all it's going to be is a swap. Not only is it going to be a swap, before we swap it, we're probably going to take some of these free agents 3 years from now after we get the 3 years of value out of them. And we're probably going to trade them anyway to get more assets, other first-round picks, and keep rotating the cycle. And keep rotating the cycle. And I agree with FM. As long as the contracts aren't bloated, part of the problem with Ndamukong Suh's contract was that it was so much guaranteed, and it was beyond excessive anyway. It was beyond excessive anyway. It's not a bad strategy. We actually have a full reset where we can do this the right way. Wexon say free agents never work out like that. For the Dolphins, never say never, Wexon. Oh, for us, yeah. But that doesn't mean this isn't going to be a different situation. We can never live in fear of say never, never, never. You know how I say, oh, the quarterbacks never worked, but it could. I'm never going to deny that. Never going to deny that. And I'm not saying we're going to use the 480 on all impact players. I just truly believe there are going to be about 3 to 4 big-time players that are in Miami next year. There are going to be about 3 to 4 big-time players in Miami next year. I could see a big-time lineman on the offense in free agency. Talk about big-time, one that's possible Pro Bowl material. I could see a big-time receiver in Miami, and it may not even be Pro Bowl type guy, but he's a big-time receiver. I could see another big-time cornerback in Miami. And then I could see us filling the rosters with a whole bunch of 8 players. If you got a defensive end that can get paid $14 million a year because they're that good or something like that, we'll probably bring in a few guys that make about $8 million a year, $9 million a year for depth. But I think that starter is going to be in the draft. I just believe Chase Young. Escobar is out there too. That's how you pronounce it. But we're going to be huge players in free agency. It's not a case of no one wants to come to Miami. Truth be told, Ndamukong Suh didn't want to come to Miami, but you know what got him here? Do you know what got Ndamukong Suh to Miami? Do you really think Ndamukong Suh said, you know what, I want to go to Miami? If a team offered $5 more than Miami, he probably wouldn't have been in Miami. It's the truth. And I'm going to be honest with y'all. I really do think that Miami has to make that type of splash with their young players because they're going to need the right level of veterans in the locker room with the youngest talent that we have, blended together and ready to roll. It's kind of like what the Rams did. Say you do go get a new quarterback or you do stick with Rosen. You need that defense of the Ndamukong Suhs and this and that, just a few veterans and stuff that have been legitimate in their position that can literally carry you to a Super Bowl. Unlike the Rams, though, we're going to win. No pun intended, Mrs. Spacey. And as they get that experience, with these veterans, and 2 to 3 years later, we're ready to cut the veterans, trade the veterans, whatever we need to do. Let those younger guys stay in their place and bring in some more young guys for those up and coming young guys to mentor them. Now we got to start a system. We got to start a system. It's no different from the Xavier Howard contract. That contract is of no consequence. It's the only reason I'm okay with it. Does he deserve that kind of money? I don't believe so. But I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it because it's of no consequence. Look, the first year of the deal. We still got $28 million left over. It's of no consequence. We're not strapped. Next year when we spend that money, it's going to be of no consequence. And it's going to be of no consequence even longer because all of these first round and second round, so on and so forth, picks that we're bringing in to fill the roster, all these undrafted players, Preston Williams and all of these type of guys aren't making any money. It's hard to say the Dolphins are overpaying anyone when it's not going to matter. For the next 2 seasons, any overpayment doesn't matter because you got the money. Not only do you have the money, it's of no consequence because those young guys aren't making money. Now, when they start making money 2-3 years from now you have to start figuring out who you want and who you don't. Who you want and who you don't. Alex Cross said, bro, can we please stop with the not drafting a QB? Hey, Alex, I never said we're not drafting a QB. So why do I have to stop? I never said that. I just say we're not drafting one in the first round. That's all, Alex. I'll help you out, though, Alex. We want another QB. Even if it's in round 3. Bring him here to Miami. Let him compete with Rosie. Is that better? I did a little cheer for you. Oh, man. Come on, TD. I love you, but come on, bro. LOL. Hey, Alex, I'm just saying, man. I'm just saying, bro. Everybody, y'all make it seem like I say we shouldn't draft a quarterback. I've been on the record a million times. We should get a quarterback. I believe in the competition thing that they keep saying at the quarterback position. I just don't think you need to waste the first round pick on it. Will we waste the first round pick on it? I actually believe we will. One of those 3 first round picks, I actually do believe it will be a quarterback. I don't agree with it, but I do believe it will be one. But if it's the first overall pick and Chase Young is on the board, I would be upset. I'll be like, what are we doing? I'm going to support whatever quarterback that is. But I'll be like, what are we doing? Just from my logic of football. You know? We got 105 in the room, 38 likes. Let's see if we can get 60 likes. Come on, we're going to hit the like button campaign. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, go hit that like button. Don't be Matt Burke. No Matt Burkney, man. TD, what is cap space? Oh my gosh, man. Are you serious? Cap space, man. Every team has a cap of how much you can spend on players. And we still have money that we could spend on players right now if we want for this year, $28.27 million. But we're probably going to carry it over to next year. Maybe over to next year. Come on, guys. We're almost at 60. Hit that like button. We're almost at 60 likes. We're going to wait to get that like button, y'all. I know we got 60 likes in here, man. Don't be lazy. Y'all help your boy out. Yeah, we will draft the QB, but not in the first round. I think we will, but I don't like the fact that we will. We will trade our number 1 pick back a few spots to Bengals. They will get Tua, and we will get some more picks and still draft. And I love that scenario, what you're saying, Daniel Manning. 1 time, maybe 2 times in the top 10. I love that scenario. Let me tell you the perfect scenario. I want to tell you the perfect scenario for the Miami Dolphins. Perfect scenario is this. Miami Dolphins end up with the number 1 pick. Yeah. Number 1 pick. The number 2 pick is to a team that wants Tua. The number 2 pick is a team that wants Tua. So say we're picking 1, 8, 16. I don't know. I'm just giving you an example. 1, 8, and 16. The perfect example is us having the first pick, the team after us, and we're going to win the Super Bowl this year, by the way, so don't get it twisted. I'm just going down this road. This is just my love for my team. But the first pick being Miami and the team at number 2 wants Tua. Where Greer can get on the phone, or they should be calling us. What's up, man? Why y'all playing with us, man? Your Rosen's doing good. You know, they're going to be talking their noise. Rosen's all right, man. Why y'all going to get Tua? We want Tua. And Greer better say, well, how much are you giving up just to move up 1 space? Because Greer better play that game to the fullest. Because we want Tua. But you see how we did Laramie Tunsil. If the price is right, we're willing to do whatever it takes. We're willing to do whatever it takes. If they want to move down 1 spot to get their guy, give me your first round, give me your number 2 pick, and then give me your first round pick next year as well. For 1 spot, they might do it. They might do it because when you're a losing franchise is about to fire your coach for that interim period for 1 or 2 years, you need some type of excitement in the organization. And let me tell you something, a defensive end ain't going to excite no organization like no quarterback. Even if the quarterback ain't going to make a difference in you winning, it still got the fans like, oh, we got Tua. Just like our fans be acting right now. Oh, we want Tua. Even if it don't win games, it just excites the fan base. And a team that just about to fire their coach, they got to bring the fans something to make them feel like change has come. Give us your first round of this year, your number 2 overall pick, and whatever your first rounder is next year. Whatever your first rounder is next year. And they make that trade. We got 3 first rounders next year, too. We got 3 first rounders next year now. And we go ahead and get Chase Young at number 2. I go ahead with them 3 first rounders next year. I'll take my 8th overall pick this year, take one of them first rounders next year, and I'll move down to pick number 3, too. And I'll go get the guy you want. Where's Del Pitt? I get Chase Young, then I'll get Del Pitt right away. And maybe not, man, I may not even get Delpit. I may go ahead and get the second best pass rusher. 2 in a row at number 2 and number 3. And after that's done, you still got another first round pick and 2 next year. Yeah, Espinosa, however you pronounce it. Yeah. I would go get Chase Young and Espinosa. And I have the most loaded D-line in the NFL. 5 first-round picks on that D-line, which means you got legit depth, too. You got legit depth. Christian Wilkins, Devon Godchild, Taco Charles, Chase Young. and Espinosa. Man, you ready for war. We getting at the quarterback. I know that much. We're finally going to get at the quarterback. We're finally going to get at the quarterback. Number 2 and number 3 pick. That's how I'll play. If we had the number 1 overall pick, that's how I'll work it. That'll be the biggest heist of all time because the Dolphins probably wanted Chase Young anyway, and they used the Cardinals for an extra first-round pick. They used the Cardinals for an extra first-round pick, and they wasn't going to get to it anyway. Imagine that. You got an extra first-round pick for a guy you wasn't going to draft anyway, just because they thought we were going to draft him. Man. TD, I like Chase Young, but I'm salty about it thanks to Deion Jordan. Go look at Chase Young and look at Deion Jordan. You comparing the two? Yeah, we thought Deion was going to be something special, but go look at Chase Young and then go look at Deion Jordan. You comparing the two? Espinosa, however you pronounce his name, compare him to Deion Jordan. You comparing those two? Picks do not equal wins. They sure don't. But I know one thing about the Miami Dolphins organization, our team right now. If we don't fix that pass rush against other quarterbacks, I don't care what you do on this team. It ain't going to matter. To fix the pass rush against other teams, I don't care what you do. It won't matter. It will not matter. You can go get Tua, Diggs, AB. I don't know. It won't matter if you ain't fixing that pass rush. You can put up 30 points a game. It don't matter if you give it up 31. Don't matter. It does not matter, man. We got to get at the quarterback, man. We got to get at the quarterback. 2D lineman, then get a linebacker, then second round safety or cornerback, perfect draft. Let me tell you something, Muddy Mac. J. You ain't got to get all that. I like how you thinking, but you ain't got to get all that. I'm telling you now, them 2 defensive linemen are going to fix that linebacker problem. You're going to see the best Jerome Baker, the best Raekwon McMillan, and probably even the best Sam Eguavoen you have ever seen in your life. You fix them trenches. You fix them defensive ends. You're going to be shocked that you don't need another linebacker. You're going to be shocked when the secondary, you're going to be shocked if Eric Rowe looking half decent. Now, I ain't going to give him looking good, but you'll be shocked that Eric Rowe looking half decent. I want a corner anyway. We gotta swap him out regardless. Just saying. I need a corner anyway. But I'm telling y'all, man, if things land the right way, Miami, why am I saying the right way? We're not going to have the number 1 overall pick, but if something happened where we end up having the number 1 overall pick, tell you now, man, Dolphins better be calling the number 2, number 3, and number 4 team on the board and talking about some stuff. Who won it? Any of y'all look like y'all need y'all future? Which Ofer team need a quarterback right now? What's good, EM? Which Ofer team need a quarterback right now? Which teams that ain't win no game or probably won one or going to suck this year need a quarterback? Bengals. Is that it? Just the Bengals? Just the Bengals? Is that the only one? Raiders, they 2-2 though. I think the Cardinals need a quarterback. I I think the Cardinals gonna need a new quarterback. Oh man, yeah, your boy trolling y'all right now. Your boy is trolling some of y'all hard right now. Broncos, I thought they quarterback they already got. He just hurt. Man, Cardinals not moving on. Oh, why, Wetchen? Why? They don't want to make the same mistake twice? Is that what it is? Is that what it is? They don't want to make the same mistake twice. Oh man. Yeah, man. Oh man, hold on. I gotta pull something up, man. I gotta pull something up. Let me pull this up real quick, man. Yeah, I think the Arizona Cardinals gonna need another quarterback. First round, number 1 overall. Oh man, I need to stop. Give me to me good lane. All right, let me see what this is. One moment, y'all. One moment. Let's see. Wow. Oh man, I'm looking at this now. Yeah. Cardinals might need another quarterback for real though. Cardinals might need another quarterback for real. I'm looking at last year, Rosen he only played 14 games. I didn't know that. He only played 14 games. He threw 14 interceptions, 1 a game. 1 per game. That's about right. That's about right. So Kyler Murray on pace for 1 a game. Well, actually 16. Kyler Murray is on pace right now for 16 interceptions, and Josh Rosen threw 14. Interesting. They might have the same thing. They might need another quarterback. Y'all know I'm just trolling y'all, right? Some of y'all are really taking me serious right now. I'm trolling the people that, they needed to go after another quarterback. I just don't understand how it's not making a difference. We put a lot of stock. Everybody be on here arguing with me about, it's all about the quarterback. It's all about the quarterback. Before when they traded Rosen and they went and got Murray, everybody was telling me, watch what Murray do to that team. Watch them be a 9, 10, 11 team, a win team. That's what people were telling me. That's what people were telling me. Watch them be 10 or 11 win team. Watch them be a 10 or 11 win team. You don't know, TD. He's a talent. I wish we could have got him. I wish we moved down. I would love for somebody, maybe we need to save it for tonight. I would love for somebody to tell me why he ain't making the difference. He ain't making a difference. Omar Castro says still ain't too late. Hey, I like that, Omar. Just like the Dolphins going to the Super Bowl. It still ain't too late. We can agree on something, baby. It ain't too late for Kyler. Oh, man, the Cardinals offense and defense. No, we don't want to hear nothing about everything else but the quarterback. The quarterback is supposed to translate into more victories if he's that guy. That's what everybody argues with me. On every single argument about quarterbacks, the opposition, their conclusion to it all, when I break it down to its most granular statements, the opposition to it all is the quarterback makes the difference. The quarterback is going to make the difference in games won. When I say if you put that player on the Dolphins, would they be any better? Yeah, okay. Where are all those same people saying that Kyler Murray was going to make the difference for Arizona? I'm just searching, just like where's Waldo? I'm up and down the comment section looking for him now because they were heavy. They were heavy a few months ago, and they came at me hard. But like my boy just said, it still ain't too late. It still ain't too late. It ain't too late. Kyler Murray, generational talent. I wish we would have had him. He's a next level quarterback. He's the type of player that comes in to change your franchise and automatically brings you W's and wins. You'll see, TD. You'll see. You don't know football. You'll see. You'll see. Kyler Murray, if you're watching or if you ever watch, this ain't against you, bro. This ain't against you at all. You're doing just fine. Just like Rosen was doing just fine, in my opinion. I'm just a believer that it ain't never been just about the quarterback. It's always been about the whole team. All I'm saying is watch Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson team doing their job. You got receivers in the back of the end zone tiptoe catching balls. And we got Preston Williams tiptoe dropping balls. So don't tell me watch Russell Wilson. You got to have every facet of the game working in unison to make it happen. Russell Wilson ain't nothing if his receivers dropping the ball like Oz been doing this year. Russell Wilson ain't nothing if they running game ain't doing nothing. Russell Wilson ain't nothing if they ain't running 7-man line of scrimmages on 50% of their plays. Y'all got this game of football messed up. But stay tuned on TD Fans Talk, the home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm here to educate you a little bit on this stuff. Here to educate you a little bit on this stuff. Stop putting all that merit into the QB. If you want to put all that merit into the QB, then be fine with him failing with nothing around him to help him. Understand that it ain't him. Understand that it's not the QB's fault all the time. Now, some QBs, we understand now. Ain't no question. We do understand some QBs just boo-boo trash, and we understand they are the reason. We get that. We get that. Not arguing that, okay? But stop taking these slightly above average quarterbacks and writing them off like they're the reason when they don't have what they need around them. It's not right. It's not right, man. Ain't nothing wrong with Kyler Murray. I think he'll be just fine in Arizona. But it's what's around him. Ain't nothing wrong with Josh Rosen, in my opinion. Think he'll be just fine. Just got to put the right team around him. Just fine, man. But y'all be trying to prove points, and then months later you forgot that you made a point when it don't turn out the way you said. You don't see, TD. I was saying, well, we don't need to go up and get no Kyler Murray because a whole bunch of people were like, man, we need Kyler Murray. We need to figure out a way to move up. And I'm sitting there like, why y'all want to move up and get Kyler Murray? Don't go get no Kyler Murray. He ain't going to make a difference with this team. You got to build his defense first. You need to build his, make sure the O-line is ready for a new quarterback. I keep telling y'all, fix the team and then drop your quarterback in like a cherry on top. Bloop, done. And everybody keep coming with this fake lying stuff. Talking about, no, every team knows you get your quarterback first and build around them. The quarterback is the quarterback. He's going to be that centerpiece no matter what. But you don't always got to start with the centerpiece. Some of the best masters place the centerpiece last. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Because another thing you do, what they don't talk about in the NFL is when you start with that centerpiece, you subjecting that centerpiece to all of the bad stuff. You're subjecting him to all of the bad stuff. You're subjecting him to bad habits because he ain't got the weapons necessary. He's going to reach and try to take opportunities because he wants to win. You're subjecting him to pass rush and getting hurt, starting his career off with injury. You're subjecting him to a losing first, second, or 1, 2, or 3 years automatically, and now he already got to go through different coaches. Now he already got to deal with different coaches. Already got to deal with different coaches now. Andrew Luck effect. They went and got their cherry and started with that first. And he got abused for it. Now look at him today, feeling like they got all the things they need, and he ain't there for them. He's no longer there for them. Because what he went through during the journey. Andrew Luck was there through the hard times. He went through the grit. But everything, the weight of that grit, when we finally reach where we were ready to roll, now that thing that was your centerpiece ain't even there. Ain't even there. But guess what? Now, if they find that above average quarterback, they're going to see that they still might be able to get it luck or be in contention. They still might be in contention. All they got to do is find that above average quarterback that they want, and they still going to be in contention because everything else around them. What's the coach record right now? Have they won a game? Let me see. Second in the AFC. Let's see. Have they won a game? Yes. They got 1 win, 2 wins. 2 wins. And their 2 losses, both of them were less than a touchdown or a touchdown. They've been competitive regardless. They beat the Falcons. They beat Tennessee. Without Andrew Luck. TD drafting Luck wasn't a mistake. They didn't beat the O-line right after Luck. That's when they messed up. I never said drafting Luck was a mistake. The mistake was drafting Luck and not putting the proper weapons around him right away. But you can't put the proper weapons around him right away all the time due to the contracts, your salary cap, and everything else. Never said it was a mistake. But put your quarterback in the right situation. This is why I'm an advocate on building things first, then getting your quarterback. And I understand you may feel like you can't pass up on Luck, but look at the risk you take. I can't say it was a mistake at all. He was the right guy to draft. But look at what that does. Look at what it does. Should have got O-line before Luck. Yeah, but that was water under the bridge when they drafted Luck. It was too late for that. So what do? I'm one who says you go get Luck and the O-line. But what did they do? They went and got Luck and got some defensive pieces. And a few weapons to throw it to him. For him to throw to. You don't always have to necessarily beef up the line before you get the quarterback. But at a minimum, beef it up when you get them. While you're getting them, simultaneously, beef it up. And it ain't got to be beef. Just got to be 1 or 2 pieces to make sure that you got some solid guys on there and the rest of them you're trying to develop. But don't be having no 4, 5 bums now. Don't be doing that. Shout out to Julian, man. What's up, homie? But anywho, let me get off of them. The Colts still winning more. Oh, my gosh. The Colts winning games. The Colts winning games without their franchise guy. And Kyler Murray ain't even got a full win yet with their franchise guy. So what people be talking about? What do they be talking about? What do they be talking about? The Colts ain't even got their quarterback, winning games, and the first overall pick ain't even got a win yet. Y'all know why I'm doing this, just to get people to finally admit It ain't just the quarterback. You need the necessary pieces around him. But we put all this importance on the quarterback like they make all the difference. There are 22 guys that make the difference for a football team. I mean, it's 53, but I'm just saying. On the field at a time, it's 22 guys. 11 on each squad. Three is not the guy. Maybe he's not. Time will tell. That time might be this year. It might be 2 years. It might be 3. But one thing y'all do have to understand, number 3 going to be on this roster for 3 years. What some of y'all need to understand is number 3 is going to be on this roster for 3 years. Ain't no question about that. Even if he wouldn't, the guy, for his price and his ability, even as a backup, let's say you're right, Bill Clinton, even as a backup, what you need to realize is he's going to be on this roster for 3 years because you ain't finding no backup that play at his level. You ain't finding no backup that plays at his level for no $2 million a year. For the next 3 years, two and a half, 2 years in this year. You ain't finding that. So no matter what happens, draft a quarterback or not, Rose ain't going to be on this roster. He going to be on this roster. And that's what some of y'all ain't going to never be able to shake. You ain't going to be able to shake. You're not. Some of y'all going to be big time mad at that man starting next year. Game 1, Josh Rosen starting. Some of y'all going to be crying. The way y'all be talking now in the chat, y'all going to be crying next year if that man starting. Boo-hoo crying. Nah, y'all ain't going to be crying. You should be, I ain't watching the Dolphins no more. I ain't doing it no more. I can't believe they doing this. I can't believe this. I can't watch them no more. I can't watch them. And them the same people game 1. See, look, we suck. You just want to be around to be negative. And there go me. I thought you say you weren't watching us. Why you keep messing with us? I thought you say you weren't watching us no more. I thought you say you weren't watching. So why are you over here being negative? Talking about, see, I told you so. You want to know my I told you so people. That all you do is walk around all day just to prove people wrong. Honestly, TD, you know 13 is a superstar. Everybody knows 13 is a superstar. I mean, Dan Marino is like the biggest superstar of all time. I hope you like what I did there. Dan Marino, everybody know he's a superstar, man. Listen, man, y'all can't win this battle, man. You cannot win this battle with me, man. Oh, man. Man, stop telling us. Tell me something I don't know. We already know Dan Marino is a superstar. Ain't no better 13 in this world. Oh, man. George Albanese. Let me find it, George. George, where is it? I'm looking, George, but I don't see it. George said, read my last comment. Well, I'm going way too far up, so let me come back down. Maybe I passed it. And if I don't find it, George, please just copy it and repost it. Yeah, I don't see it, George. I don't see it. I mean, let some of y'all tell it. Two are going to be better than Dan Marino. That you come on here talk about he is. Hey, man, you getting timed out. You getting timed out from this channel, man. If you come over here, oh my God, it makes me laugh and mad at the same time to think somebody would actually say, yes, he is. If you come over here talking about he is, man, listen. Stop playing these games, man. Don't ever disrespect Dan Marino like that. Ever in your life. No, not over here. Not Dan the man. Not Dan the man. Don't put nobody in a conversation with him. Don't put nobody. The only people, man, nobody. Don't put nobody in the conversation with him. Don't even be that disrespectful. That's disrespectful. Over here is disrespectful. It's worse than cussing. Worse than cussing. Worse than cussing. Man, Joseph say we haven't covered the spread all year. I know. Hey, this is going to be the first time. It's going to be the first time. Well, I don't know because they say we might actually be the favorite versus Washington. I can't wait to see that line. They say we might actually be the favorite over Washington. But, man, I know whatever it is, if we're not the favorite, if we the favorite, I don't care if it's a 1-point spread. Man, we better not tie that game because I'm be like, we got something against the spread, man. Oh, man. I don't think Rosen has leadership. There wasn't a simple, definitive word in that, so that's fine. You don't think. Time will tell. That's fair. That's neutral. I don't think. But when people say he doesn't have leadership, sometimes certain people have different attitudes and demeanors about themselves. I'm not keen on his leadership as well, but some people feel it out first and then own it. And I do see a little grit. I mean, he ain't got that grit, but I do see his passive aggressiveness in his conversations and stuff that tells me if he's just giving the keys and saying, congratulations, you've earned the car, the whole car, it's yours. Here's a long-term car. If he's giving that, I think you'll see a lot more come out of him. But I think he's the type of person that will walk on pins and needles just trying to get it right, don't want to mess things up first. Some people are different. I know a lot of us, if you're like me, you just want it off the bat. You just want them, go for broke. I get that. But some people aren't like that, and you can't penalize them for it or just because you want them to be like that. So, time will tell. Time will tell. I mean, look at Jared Goff. He kind of reminds me of Jared Goff. It's like with the demeanor type, I don't see the grit, but Jared Goff, is Jared Goff not good enough? Is Jared Goff not good enough to get it done? He reminds me of Jared Goff. Yeah, I like that you said that too, Mike, because it's no different from Peyton Manning to me. The demeanor is just like Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning ain't out there gritty and all this and that. Peyton Manning just killing you with this. Just because you hear him vocal, he ain't vocal to the team. He vocal and calling plays and audibles. You just automatically run with it because he winning and he getting the job done. He sounds confident. But personality and stuff, it's no different from Rosen, Jared Goff, and stuff like that. Peyton was a leader, TD. Okay, he was a leader because he led by example. He did his job. He taught other people. He did those type of things. I get that. But like I said, Rosen and those guys are young. A veteran Rosen that gets the keys, you never know 4 years from now. He's teaching people. He's leading by example. He's winning games. He could be doing all that too. But we're talking about leaders infused with grit. And saying, tell me Peyton Manning was the grittiest of grit. Come on, man. Keep it 100 now. Come on. Peyton was coach. Exactly. But that's what I sit here and make it be like, Peyton had grit. No, come on, man. Peyton had grit. But not Peyton had grit. What defines grit to you, TD? Grit is having that attitude and that edge to demand. that attitude and that edge, making demands, holding, like literally holding people accountable verbally, physically, emotionally, like just bringing it every day with that passion of, you can see it exude through their personality. It exudes through your personality, man. Period, man. Grit. It's different levels of grit. Different levels of it, man. And I ain't talking about grits. Grit. far led by example. Another example. Good one. Another example. Peyton was a coach on the field. I agree. He was. He was the master, man. Go down as one of the smartest of all time and one of the best students of the game. And Lord Andros, I couldn't have said it any better. You know we are Finns. You know where our Finns lack? Consistency. Seems we swap out positions, players like underwear. Exactly. People don't believe in development anymore. Forget the teams. We already know they screw up with it. But the fans don't believe in development anymore. Fan bases don't believe in development anymore because they don't have the patience for it. And I blame, like I always blame, social media. The internet. It's a symptom of the internet era. We ain't got time for that. That's the internet era. They want it now. Do you know it's a lot of kids that can't even go to a library and know how to find a specific book? You should be able to go to the library, know the name of the book, and be able to find it on your own. There are kids that'll go to the library, they going straight to the service desk. Do y'all have this book and where would it be? What section? What number? I'm looking over here and it's all kind of 0.23s and that's well, hold on. Can't even find a book in a library. I ain't talking about because you don't want to. I'm talking about because you just can't. Because you don't know how. Because of the internet era. You want it now. You want it now. You want it now. What's the answer to this? Oh, hold on. Let me Google it. Yeah, it's that, and this. Yeah, that's the answer. Okay. All right. Oh, our quarterback suck? Hold on. Let me see if I can order one on Amazon. Nah, it says right here that we have to wait to the draft. So we'll just get another one in the draft. There is a little thing down here that says you could also develop them, but that's like 50 pages. Nah, it's just easy. It's right there. You just click a button, you can get one in the draft. You know, it's that simple. And that's kind of what it is now. No patience, man. No patience to develop anyone anymore. There's this belief around the NFL, you either got it or you don't. But there's a lot of players that come. And then we're the same ones that's always crying and complaining about, man, they weren't this good when they were with us. Why are we always doing that? They weren't this good when they were with us. And then the other half of the fan base, see, we should have never let that person go. Look at them in the Super Bowl, catching balls, getting interceptions, doing this, doing that. They didn't play like this with us. That's what we do. That's exactly what we do. I don't know why y'all bringing up Tannehill. I ain't even talking about Tannehill in these examples. There's plenty players that was on this team that went to other teams and did very well. TD, I almost dropped 200 pounds on my chest at the gym. Whoa, I'm glad you didn't when you said let's order one on Amazon. That's what it is, man. That's what people be. It be 1 week. Like this. This is what they do. This is what they do right here. Preseason. Man, you see Jerome Baker? Jerome Baker gonna be the truth this year. First game of the season. First game of the season. First play. Jerome Baker got ran over. Man, give me my phone. Amazon. Linebackers for sale. That's what they do. It's kind of like that, man. Right away. They looking online. Who can I have delivered to our door the next day? Who can we put on our door the next day, man? Oh, man. Who can we have delivered on and I got Prime, too. I got Amazon Prime. Well, which player can I have delivered the next day? What's the Dolphins address? I'm going to send them there. Oh, man. Oh, man. It's hilarious, man. Man. Tannehill is still developing. Maybe. Sometimes coaching makes a difference. What's up with you, Mr. 305 For Real channel? I believe we should get Kenneth Murray and Dallin Moss with our first round pick. Kenneth Murray. Tua. I believe it's 17 when I got hurt. He was still be a quarterback, and Gates would still be our coach. I believe it's 17 when I got hurt. He would still be a quarterback. I don't understand that, Sharif. Just redo it so I can understand. Let's say we get Chase Young, first, second, first, second, and O-line, yeah. And wide receiver, then more trench warriors, and sign more skill positions in free agency. Let's say we do that. I would love that. I would love that, man. I really love that. Anthony A said, how long you been on YouTube, TD? Today since 1:30. If you're talking about since I started this channel last June, I believe. May or June. I believe it was June. Last June. About 15 months now. I was upset when Dolphins got rid of Ryan Tannehill. Now we don't have a quarterback. We got a quarterback, Chase. We just going to treat this one the same way we treated Ryan. Then we're going to bring in another one and treat him the same way we treated Ryan unless we change something, unless we change our thought process. And we're going to, just like the last 20 quarterbacks we had since Dan Marino. We're not drafting the QB. We're getting Newton. We might do that too. And like I said, we're going to treat him the same way if we don't fix some things. Here's the crazy thing about it, y'all. Here's what's unfair about it. And it always happens this way. We get a new quarterback and we start him, right? Let's hypothetically say it's Tua. But they also bring in a new O-line and like a great O-line. And they also go get new defensive weapons. They also get defensive weapons, receivers, because we got the money in draft picks. We got a squad. Tua put up Patrick Mahomes' numbers. I'd be happy as hell. I'd be excited as hell. I'll be rooting for my team. But people still going to get deluded on what you're supposed to do with football. All they going to be is like, see, I told you Tua makes the difference. How he make the difference when no quarterback we ever had is going to come into a situation like he came into or had it. No quarterback we ever had is having the situation this guy has. But what they don't like, what they will not like, is if Rosen starting that quarterback and we go do all of that and we actually do something successful like Mahomes did. Oh boy. They gonna be happy we winning, but they gonna be trying their best. They see it's gonna be them fans that be like, man, our defense the only reason we doing what we doing. You see what I'm talking about? Our defense the only reason we doing what we doing. I didn't say they wouldn't like it, but they'll be making excuses still to attack Josh Rosen. Our defense the only reason. I mean, look, they went and got him some of the best receivers. What are you talking about? And we finally got a running game. I mean, yeah, he throwing touchdowns, but he got good receivers and he got a lot of time. And I'm gonna be like, y'all sound like me. Oh, you sound like me now. Because the one time that Ryan Tannehill had all those things, the man went 8-3 before he got hurt. And people still ain't give him no credit. Still ain't give him no credit. But let Rosen do it. Watch all the haters be like, man, it ain't him. We still need a quarterback. He ain't nothing but a Flacco riding off the defense. He ain't nothing but a Trent Dilfer. And you might be right, but now the point of the matter is he's good enough. He's good enough. Shout out to you, Pete. I see you in the building, man. Y'all hit that like button. We got 69 likes. Let's get 85, man. Come on right now. We got 133 people in the room. Hit that like button. Hit that like button for me real quick, man. Let's see if we can get 85 likes. Let's hit that like button. Hit that like button. Mike who said I'm like number 70. Yeah, call that your like number. We doing a roll call, man. Oh man, how can your fans sit here and talk that Tua can fix our problems? I don't know. I have no idea. Because they said Kyler Murray would fix our problems too, but he ain't fixing Arizona's. He ain't fixing Arizona's. We need to draft an engineer to fix some stuff. That's what we need. 78 likes, 7 more to go. Hit that like button, man. We got 7 more likes to go. TD, should we get Jalen Hurts late first round? You think Jalen Hurts going to be available late first round? I don't think he's going to be available late first round at all. Hey, TD, where did you get that cut from? This cut is getting a little rough now, but in Dallas. See, the edge is growing back. My line gone, you know. I'm in Central Florida now. I moved from Dallas. I moved from Dallas and came back home. Well, this ain't my home. I'm from down south. But I came back to Florida in March. And I found a barber, like one barber. I mean, he was okay, but I didn't like it. And the second barber just screwed me up. I just cut it. I came home and cut it all off. I'm telling you now, if you see TD on camera and it's all cut off, that become a barber that messed me up, and I can't live with it. Nope. I cut it all off and do a fresh start, and it start going back and going back and going back. Yeah, I might remember maybe like 2 or 3 months ago. Maybe 3 or 4 months ago. I cut it all off. Came home, got the little clippers that I have off. Zero. Everything off. All off. All off. Let's go from scratch. TD, grow your hair out. I do on occasions. I mean, remember when I started my channel, my hair was like up to here. Y'all don't remember? Y'all go back to my old videos, man. I was growing it a little. Some of y'all might remember that, man. Some of y'all remember. You had a high top fade. It was the first time in my life I ever had that, though. I had never done it. Never done that until when I first started the channel. I was just like, you know what? I'm going to keep it at the top. I want to fade the edges. He did what he did. The wife say she liked it. I didn't like it. But I live, my appearance to make sure my wife liked it. So she liked it. So we went with it. Then I cut it short with the fade. She loved it. So I've been doing that a lot. So it just depends, man. If my wife like it, I love it. You really think Rosen is good enough just by watching 2 full games, TD? No, I don't, Omar. But in those 2 games, he was good enough. But do I think he's good enough long term? No. I've already said that he's going to have to be good enough for the rest of the season for me to feel comfortable about moving along with him, moving forward with him. That don't mean I don't have in my bank for the next we got 12 games left. He only played 2. Out of those 12 games, I need to see consistent good play. But that don't mean I'm not going to expect 2 games where I'm like, Rosen just played horrible today. He has that much of a what's I just shot a blank. He has that much of a gosh, I know the words, but it's not coming to me right now. He has that much room, in other words. Leniency, I guess. He has that much leniency with me where I can accept in these last 12 games. He had 2 games that weren't good at all out of 14 where he really did bad. Like he threw 2 picks or more in both of those games. No, I ain't talking more now. Give me 2 picks. Don't be throwing 4 out here. 3 debatable. It depends on the game situation. If we're down by 5 touchdowns and it's the 4th quarter and you threw 2 picks, I don't really care about all that type of stuff. Depend on the situation, man. Depend on the situation. But from start to finish, he got about a 2-game window where he doesn't do well out of 14. Right now, he's 2-0 on my scale of, was he the reason we lost? He's 2-0. He's 2-0. He wasn't the reason we lost the last game, nor the first one he played. He's 2-0. I need Rosen to go 12-2 on the reason we lost or not, or won, whatever it is. He just needs to go 12-2 in my book. That's it. And I'll feel good about going into next season, putting so much more around him and seeing what that translates into. And then next season, if he doesn't get it done, with so much more around him, I'm moving off of him ASAP. And the contract warrants, we're good. We're good. Teddy, what QB out there who has outformed Tua and Hurts no matter where they might play for our next Tom Brady? I'm sorry, John. Just rewrite it because sometimes spell check and stuff can mess things up or the word placement. So I don't really understand the question and answer it fairly. Just rewrite it for me, homie. TD, is Albert Wilson and Rashad Jones coming back after bye week? Right now, they say they are. It's likely. We had 93 likes. That means we can get 100, man. We got 135 in the room. We can get 100 likes. 7 of y'all hit that like button for me, man. Show your love. People forgot his draft stock dropped. That's how good he was. Who you talking about, Tony? He didn't cough the ball up. He didn't throw multiple interceptions. He didn't fumble hella times. He didn't force bad throws. He has a weapon or protection. He did fine, in my honest opinion or humble opinion, depending on what you meant. If you talk about Rosen, I agree. John Bro, check out Burrow's LSU QB. Okay. I still think 2 D linemen, then linebacker like Kenneth Murray, then corner 2nd round or safety. Watch Miami be different. At the end of the day, the most important thing for us to succeed is a running game, point blank. The most important thing for Miami to succeed is a running game. What is a running game going to do? Now, I mean, I understand it is going to help us, but you think that's the most important thing? Let me tell y'all something. Offense ain't never been the most important thing in football, ever. Ever. Offense ain't ever been the most important thing in football. Well, TD, this is an offensive-driven league in today's NFL. All the more reason why defense is more important. All the more reason why defense is more important. Offenses are picking it up. So you got to invest in your defense. Run game gets for show yards and opens up play action. I agree. But what good is a great offense if your defense is even worse? Can't stop nobody. Reminds me of Tom Brady one year in the Super Bowl throwing for 500 yards. Touchdowns galore. Like literally, that was one that should have went down as one of his greatest Super Bowls of all times with an elite performance, an MVP award, and man, that was Tom's greatest Super Bowl. It would have went down as it. And he lost. He lost. Unstoppable offense. Unstoppable. Or maybe that one time they punted in the whole game, it wasn't really so unstoppable. It wasn't so unstoppable because they punted one time in the whole game because they ran a trick play and Tom Brady didn't catch it. It went right off his fingertips. But the quarterback on the other side of the field, he played the same game. But what did it come down to? Whose defense made the most stops? What did it come down to? And their defense ain't even play good that day. Obviously. Their defense ain't even play good that day. Obviously. But who defense made the most stops? Whose defense made the most stops? It was a shootout, but the defense made just one stop. Made all the difference in the world. You can score all you want, but if you can't stop the other team from scoring, then you're gambling. You're straight up gambling. Yeah, you're going to win some games. Look at the Chiefs last year. You're going to win a lot of games because you're high-powered offense. But when it comes down to it, when the other team defense is slowing down your high-powered offense, ain't stopping it, but slowing it down, but your defense can't stop their high-powered. Come on, man. Defense has always been the most important thing in football. It's just sexy. Everything on offense is more sexy, so people watch it more and criticize it more and analyze it more, and that's all we talk about. That's all we talk about. That's all we talk about is the offense. And you're living in an illusion. It's an illusion to think that offense is where you got to win. It's an illusion. Because it's what's pumped in your face all day and talked about all day. So that's all you want. Some of y'all might need to go take marketing 101. Marketing. Take a marketing class. And learn how human behavior can be affected by exposure. Human behavior can be affected greatly just by exposure. Just exposure. Just exposure. Just exposure. And all you're exposed to is quarterback, 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 quarterback. This is a commercial about quarterback, quarterback, about quarterback. Turn on your TV, it's a quarterback. It's a quarterback. On a commercial, it's a quarterback. It's a quarterback, quarterback, quarterback. It's a quarterback-driven world. It's a quarterback-driven world. This league is won and lost by the quarterback position. It's the biggest lie. It's the biggest lie ever. It's the biggest misconception ever. Who's the most popular player on the team? In 90% of the situations, who's the most popular player on the team? Let me know right now in the comment section. What position is the most popular position on the team? Even if it ain't the best player on the team. Some of y'all are high school students in this chat right now. You might have a 5-star wide receiver on your team, but who's the most popular player walking through those hallways at school? In that 5-star wide receiver, the quarterback might be 2-star and still the most popular person walking through those hallways. Shout out to EM Dolphin. This is a little jab at EM Dolphin. I can't wait the next Tuesday to go back at him. Alabama's best player on their offense ain't even their quarterback. Well, who's getting talked about the most? Their wide receiver that runs I don't want to say the word godly, but since I said I don't want to say that, you get my point. 4.3. He runs a freaking 4.3. I ain't exaggerating. The man run a 4.3, and it ain't like it's just speed. He catching everything that come his way. He the best player on that offense, but who gets all the shine? Who gets talked about the most? Quarterback, 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 quarterback. The reason why we buy into the thing that the quarterback is the most important piece is because the exposure that's sold to you. It's marketing. And let me tell you why it's genius marketing by all these sports networks. Let me tell you why it's genius. First of all, it's because of you, the fans are already sold that it's the most important position. It gets the most money. It makes the most money. They're making money off of Dolphin fans right now clicking on articles of Tua to Miami. Anything talked about, it could be a headline tomorrow. Why the Miami Dolphins have the best shot at drafting Tua. 1 million clicks. Let it be why the Miami Dolphins have the best shot of drafting his wide receiver. 100,000 clicks. 100,000 clicks. Tua's wide receiver, who is a higher prospect than him, is going to get 100,000 clicks by just changing his name. But if Tua's name was right there, 1 million clicks. So they have no incentive to give you the real deal. They're in the business to make money. So they are going to feed your thirst. But your thirst is already a false thirst, man. You already got a false thirst. But they're going to feed it because it's going to make them money. It's going to make them money. And they're going to make it your thirst worse and worse and worse by keep on dropping a drop at a time. And you're like this. Ooh, that was a good drop. Ooh, that drop was good. Any more up there? Ooh, there it is. I got it. I caught it. Oh, I got any more? That's what they got you drinking out of from a droplet. They got you looking like a freaking pet in a zoo. Like depending, waiting on food. They got you. But if you break down the game, this is why when teams draft a certain player and the whole fan base goes crazy. Oh man, why would we do that? Because the teams already, the smart GMs and the smart organizations already know. I'm not finna sit here and buy into these drops that keep dropping. That's the fan base job to interact with the media. The media ain't nothing if it ain't for the fan base. So they're going to feed you everything you want. They're going to feed you everything you want. Let the fan base come out right now, all on Twitter. We want, let that happen. We want Chase Young. Let Twitter just have a trending thing tonight Let tonight, let everybody go on Twitter and retweet, we want Chase Young in Miami, not Tua. Let them retweet that. And let the media, because the media check every morning, what's trending? What's the highest trend on Miami Dolphins talk? What's this and that? Let the trending thing be Chase Young. Man, they'll drop Tua like a bad habit, and all the articles coming out tomorrow going to be about Chase Young. Why the Miami Dolphins should draft Chase Young and don't take the chance at Tua. You're going to have all kind of articles backing up all the theories that I've been talking about this whole time, if y'all want it. They're going to give you what you want. They're going to give you exactly what you want. They're going to have compelling evidence, too. They're going to bring all the compelling evidence of why Miami Dolphins will be making a mistake drafting Tua. But right now, they're not going to do such a thing because Tua is the one trending for the Miami Dolphins, and it's making us a lot of money. We basically control the information we get. We control the information we get. The problem is, this is something that's been going on for 15 to 20 years now, though. And now people see it as common knowledge. Something that's false has become common knowledge. Something that is legitimately false has become common knowledge. Somebody gonna hit me up today. TD, you're wrong about the QB. Everybody needs their franchise QB. The Patriots were nothing until they got Tom Brady. What round did he come in? What round did they get Tom Brady in? The argument ain't about everybody not needing their QB. I agree everybody needs their QB. My argument is, how good does that QB got to be, and where do you have to draft them to get them? Where? Maxwell said BS. The Patriots had Bledsoe. I know, but I didn't even want to go there. See, the best thing you can do with haters is, not haters, but people that's just wrong, is not even debunk them all the way with, you're wrong, you had Bledsoe. No, I'm going to go down your road and act like you're right and still tell you why you're wrong. I'm going to put myself in your shoes. If I was to not even know about Bledsoe, I'm going to act like Bledsoe never existed and still tell you where you're wrong. Because I can't go and say, no, they had Bledsoe. And be like, well, still, you had to have a good QB. You know, they'll just move the goalposts to the next juncture. Well, but still, that proves you got to have your QB. Listen, man, if the Ravens had their QB with Flacco, then you don't need the best quarterback of all time. You don't. Man, did my camera cut out? Somebody say they can't see me. Did my camera just cut out? Hopefully I didn't kick the cord too hard. Can y'all see me? Continuity is the best way to win. I see you. All right, cool. That's all that matters. If one person see me, I know the camera ain't go out. That's just that person. I see you. Cool. That's all I'm saying, y'all. We live in this quarterback-driven world where, trust me when I tell you, the quarterback ain't making the difference, man. Quarterback don't make it. I mean, the quarterback helps. Truth be told, no one player makes the difference on the team. I could argue the same thing. We go get Chase Young, but our quarterback sucks. He's a bum. We can't win because we can't even put up points. Our defense holds teams to 10 points a game, but our quarterback can't even get us 11. I can use the same argument flipped. I'm not saying you don't need a quarterback. The only point that I'm making is stop making it seem like the quarterback is the end-all be. It's the beginning and the end. The alpha omega. Stop making it seem that way. It's a media-driven perspective. Quarterback makes a difference. Yeah, they make a difference. But Pete says biggest difference. That's where I disagree. They make the biggest difference because that's what everybody thinks. Because the media tells you they do. Did Flacco make the biggest difference? Hell, I could argue in half of Tom Brady's Super Bowls, he didn't make the biggest difference. In half of Tom Brady's Super Bowls, he did not make the biggest difference. Did not make the biggest difference. It's big games when Tom Brady don't even get a touchdown and they win. You think Peyton Manning made the biggest difference in the last Super Bowl they won? Man couldn't even throw 40 yards. The man couldn't even throw 40 yards. You think he was the biggest reason they won? Come on, man. When Roethlisberger won Super Bowls, you think he was the biggest difference? He had a top-flight receiver, he had a top-flight running back, and an amazing defense. You think he was the biggest reason? Russell Wilson got a Super Bowl. You think he was the biggest reason? Imagine them not having the Legion of Boom. Imagine them having the Dolphins defense last year. He would have never went to the Super Bowl. But y'all say he makes the biggest difference. Matter of fact, Russell Wilson was the reason that people think Tom Brady made a big difference in the Super Bowl, that a defender intercepted the ball and gave Brady another ring. Russell Wilson was the reason that people think Tom Brady was the reason for that Super Bowl. Ain't that crazy? That's like a double whammy on what I'm talking about right now. Here we are. Russell Wilson was the reason throwing an interception on the last meaningful play of the game. It wasn't Russ. It was Pete Carroll. Stop that. Stop that. Don't do that. Don't sit here and lie. Yes, Russell Wilson is elite, Pete. I ain't arguing that. He is. I've changed my thought process. I thought he was above average. But I'm starting to put him in that elite category. He's a game manager. He doesn't make the mistake. But guess what? In that game, don't call that on Pete Carroll. Don't call that on Pete Carroll. If you that dude and you get to the line and a slant is called, if you that dude, you audible. Brady would have audible. If Brady thought the best chance for him to win, Brady wants to win over his stats any day. I don't think Brady is a stat pattern. Brady will take that touch. He will take that rushing touchdown over him being the one throwing it any day. Brady just want the rings. He just want the rings, baby. But don't sit here and say that's on Pete Carroll. If you that guy, audible it at the line. You that guy, Beast Mode was in the game. If you that guy and you know how to read defenses and call plays and you know what's best for the team, I bet you Peyton Manning would have switched out of it. Peyton Manning would have, the world knew what was the best case scenario for that. You mean to tell me Peyton Manning throwing that slant? And if he is throwing the ball, it ain't in that formation or that play. Come on, man. Don't try to put that on no Pete Carroll. If you that legendary, if you that elite quarterback, it don't matter what's called on the sideline. When the quarterback gets to the line on the center, he evaluates and say, are we in the best situation we can be in based off of what I see? As soon as he's under center, what's happening on that sideline don't matter anymore. What's happening on that sideline does not matter anymore. He's at that line. It is the quarterback's job to look at that defense, know what's called, and say, is this going to get the job done? That is what you call a pre-snap read. Elite quarterbacks, there is no ownership on what the coaches call when you got an elite quarterback. If we gonna call Russell Wilson elite, he gotta own what happened in that moment. If we not gonna call Russell Wilson elite, then I give it to Pete Carroll. But if we're gonna say Russell Wilson is elite, that's what comes with being elite. Pre-snap read, he has the full autonomy to switch to what he feels is appropriate. And not only that, that's pre-snap. Let's talk about post-snap. You're supposed to be reading the defense going through progressions. This man ain't bat no ball down. He had the time to get in front of the pass and grab it. That's on the quarterback. A bad post-snap read. You saw that guy didn't backpedal. He stayed still waiting on you to load, and he drove. He drove on that ball, stepped right in front of it and took it. Y'all see this? Russell Wilson wasn't elite at that point. First and foremost, Russell Wilson played his best football at that point. I know he's doing some good things now, but are y'all going to really go back and say he wasn't elite at that point? So, hold on. A quarterback's not elite at one point, and since that point, he's still been good, but ain't played better football. It ain't resulted in more wins. But all of a sudden, he became elite. But the team hasn't seen greater success since that point. You mean to tell me he wasn't elite at that point, but the team hasn't had greater success when he became elite? Is that what y'all saying to me right now? That man was elite then, because he's the same Russell Wilson then that earned him everything he has now. And I agree with E.M. Dolphin. It happens. It does happen, but who has to own it? All the greats. Brady's done it too. It happens, but he got to own it. It's a part of his resume. It's a part of his resume. Russ was not a top 5 QB at that point, bro. Prove me wrong. I never said he was a top 5 QB at that point, but top 5 don't got any implications on whether you're elite or not. It has no implications on whether you're elite or not. That's a timing thing. That is a pure timing thing. Was there any other elite quarterbacks in the league then that aren't in the league now? That can skew what you're saying. Come on, man. You can't mess with me on these numbers, man. How you elite and you ain't even top 5? Wow. So what you basically telling me, at no point in NFL history has there been 5 elite quarterbacks, 6 elite quarterbacks in the league at one time. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. That's what you're telling me. At no point in NFL history, there's been more than 5 elite quarterbacks at one time. Therefore, how can you be elite if you ain't at least top 5? That's what you're saying to me right now? Nobody would say that he was elite at that time. If he wasn't elite then, he ain't elite now, Edson. Because what he's done but since then and now ain't been better for his team. Ain't been better for his team. Name your elite quarterbacks on right now, TD. It's only 3 in my opinion. It's only 3. If that's what you're getting at, the point of there's not 5 right now. But guess what? How many were there then, Wetson? He's elite now because he's carrying the share work. He was carrying the share work last year, got him nowhere. He was carrying the share work the year before that, got him no better. He was carrying the share work the year before that, didn't get back to a Super Bowl. How many times do I have to tell you, his first 3 seasons, he made less than $1 million. He didn't carry the share of the work because his defense did, and it got him to a Super Bowl. Ever since they couldn't afford that defense and he got his contract, he ain't won more than 11 games since. Ain't it funny how in 3 seasons, his first 3 seasons, he won more than 11 games 2 times? Since he got his money and ain't had that defense, he ain't win more than 11 games since. Ain't win more than 11 games since. Just good enough to make it into the playoffs. Just good enough to make it into the playoffs. I give him that. But they paid him to make up all the difference for the defense too. But he's proven that ain't how it works. That's not a knock on Russell Wilson, ladies and gentlemen. I just said I believe the man is elite now, but I also believe he was the same player then. He was the same game manager then. Same game manager then. Same one. Are you saying in order to be an elite quarterback, you have to have an elite team? No, because I said he's elite now. Does he have an elite team now? Was this that same Super Bowl team? Was last year the same Super Bowl team? He was elite then too. I'm just saying he was elite that year he went to the Super Bowl. That's all. He was elite then too. That's all I'm saying, man. He's had a bad O-line. Oh, so he does need other things. And on top of it, that's what happens when you – and stop saying he had a bad O-line. It don't matter in Seattle that he got a bad O-line. You know why? Their scheme already knows that he's not going to have the best O-line. But they put 7 men on the line of scrimmage, and he gets enough time to get the job done. Their scheme is built for that. Their scheme built for that, man. Pulling something up now, man. Give me a second. Let's see. This year, he's running a 76 QBR so far. Last year, he ran a 63 QBR. Let's see. I'm going to go back. Last year was a 63 total QBR. Let's go to 2017. 2017. 61.9. 61.9. Let's go to 2016. Just curious why it keeps getting lower. 2016. 57.1. What year did they win the Super Bowl, y'all? What year did they win the Super Bowl? Somebody let me know. Somebody let me know. Because I know that 2015 is when he still had that defense on the team. Think they might have lost that year. But he so hold on. He go from 70s to the high 60s to the mid 60s to the low 60s. Now watch, I'm pulling up 2015 now. I bet you it jump up. I bet you it jump up when that defense is there. Here it is. Let me see where he is. 68.6. Big U-turn already. Let's go to 2014. Let's go to 2014. Because this is what everybody want to use. 69.7, even higher, going right back up. This is what I'm talking about. As a quarterback. 2013, 67.2. Is he the year before that too? $74.8 in 2012. Do you see the difference that it makes for the quarterback? Not the quarterback making the difference, but the difference it makes for the quarterback. Do you see the difference it makes for the freaking quarterback, man? You see what I'm talking about? Do y'all see what I'm talking about? The proof is, just go look it up, man. The proof is in front of you. The proof is in front of you. When he had that defense, his QBR was at his highest point. The year he got his deal, low 60s? Low 60s? Come on, man. And I'm talking about the first deal. Let's get it straight. I'm talking about the first deal he got when they had to release players on defense and he couldn't have the same defense. I ain't never seen those numbers before, but he's a prime example of what I keep telling y'all, man. Hell, he played better then than he did the last 3 years. Talking about, oh, well, he wasn't elite then. He played better then. He played better football as a quarterback, QBR, then. Don't tell me that. I told you he was elite at that moment. Because if he's elite now, he definitely was elite at that moment. Because he played better back then than he did the last 4 years. To call him a game manager is almost like an insult. It's not. Well, it's a matter of perspective. If I'm taking it the way that you're probably taking it, it's an insult. But if I'm taking it the way that I take it, it's the highest compliment. You manage the game very well. You're taking your time. You're making sure your team is in the right play. You're getting the most efficient play. You have one of the highest completion percentages in the league because you are leading your team in the right play. You are managing this game. You're noticing the time. You're noticing the possessions. You're noticing who you should go to. You're noticing the team's tendencies on the defense and how you can take advantage of that a few plays later. I'm noticing that about him now. And I just look at how well he manages a game. And that's the only reason I put him in the elite status now. Some would argue with me that he's still not elite because he manages a game. But managing a game is what makes you elite to me. Do you not think Tom Brady is a game manager? He manages every aspect of the game with the strength of his team, taking advantage of the defense, looking at the time, putting his people in the best position. It's game management at its finest. If you're not a game manager, you're not elite. If you're not a game manager, you're not elite. This term game manager being negative is a freaking false thing too. People think that's a bad thing. You want a game manager. That's what you want. The game managers don't make the mistakes. It's another reason Russell Wilson is so productive, because he doesn't turn the ball over. Game manager for me is the biggest compliment you can get as a quarterback, other than being the GOAT. And in my brain, I still fight that one. It's Dan Marino, but Tom Brady's done this. But it's Dan Marino. Tom Brady's just done it. But it's Dan Marino. That's how I debate. So it's the biggest compliment you can get from me. I don't say that as a disrespect. That's a matter of perspective. How do you view a game manager? You ain't got, matter of fact, it's so much of a compliment. You can actually look at this NFL and you ain't got no game managers outside of the top 3. You ain't got no. That's the problem with everybody else that's above average. They're good with their skills, but they don't know how to manage a game. That's the difference. So please never think being a game manager is an insult. That's some mainstream sports network talk. Is this person a game manager? Oh, that's an insult to call him a game manager. He has the full package. He can do this. He can do that. Fool, you're describing a game manager. Last time, That's the difference between the elite quarterbacks and the above average quarterbacks. The above average quarterbacks, they don't know how to manage a game. They just know how to put their skills on display and play well. They don't know how to maximize everything with the clock, with the formations, with the teams. They don't know how to run the same play but put it in a different formation just to take the defense off. Peyton Manning and Brady knows how to do that too. Brady knows how to do that too. He'll have two to the left, one to the right. And the other team knows this formation with the fullback, with the tight end on this side. But you know what? The tight end's only the block on this. They think they know this play. They do know this play, but you know what? I'm going to send this guy to the right side, and everybody knows that it's the same thing. We're just flipping the play. But now the defense is like, oh, crap, they're not in that formation anymore, so that's not the play. All right, we playing our base set now. But it's the same play, just flipped. Game management, the small, subtle things that make a difference. A defense goes from knowing what's going to happen to not knowing, even though it's the same thing, just flipped. He see the linebackers on their tippy toe. They know what this is. Well, we're going to run it anyway, but I'm going to change the formation. Now they ain't going to be on their tippy toe because they don't think it's the same play. Man, it's the game, man. That's the biggest compliment you can get. That's all I'm going to say on that. So don't take that a negative way. That's a beautiful thing. I commend Russell Wilson. I just don't like his salary. I always think that it's going to amount to nothing at the end of the season. They're going to always make the playoffs but not win it all. And with that kind of salary, but I could be proven wrong. Let me tell you something. If Russell Wilson goes on to win 2 or 3 more Super Bowls, he is going to be argued as one of the greats. I already feel he's elite now, but there's a difference from being elite and one of the greats. If this man goes on at that salary to win 2 to 3 more Super Bowls, he's going to be argued as one of the greats. Because he would have defied odds of even my theory of football of having less talent around him, or not only is he going to go down as one of the greats, but that coaching staff has to be commended on a level unheard of, because that means they're developing young talent that are getting paid pennies. Yeah, they got other good players, but with a guy making that kind of salary, you got to have a whole bunch of non-paid players on that team still contributing and doing their job. And that's coaching. Russell Wilson got an opportunity to be one of the greats. 2 to 3 more Super Bowls. That's it. Just my opinion. But, man, I done went over my time. I just noticed this TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Don't forget to tune in tonight on the TD Fans Talk discussion panel, man. I can't wait because a lot of people seem like they're ready for the night. 10 p.m. tonight, Eastern Standard Time, and it might go to midnight. It might go to 1. It just depends, man. It just depends, but we're going to love tonight, man. I hope y'all enjoy it, but y'all come through. Show your love, show your support. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button to the channel. Don't forget to hit the like button on your way out. Don't forget to hit me up on Twitter at TD Fans Talk. Instagram is TD Fans Talk. My Facebook page is TD Fans Talk. Don't forget to check out my other channel, Down with the Dowls, me and my wife and my family. Don't forget to hit my sister channel up. Go to my community tab. Watch her new video on her designs. She's a great design artist. She does a lot of amazing things, man. Y'all go check her out as well. Thank y'all for tuning in to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I am so grateful to just be in the presence of all of you all day, every day. I love y'all. I love y'all. I love y'all. Guys, we made it till Friday. We are at the end of the week, ladies and gentlemen. This is the time to get ready, to kick back, relax, and just be thankful that God has allowed us to be on this earth a whole nother week. And I look forward to seeing y'all Monday if I don't see you this weekend, tonight and stuff, if you don't join in. But I'm just so glad, man. This has been an amazing week for me. Nothing in particular, just a bright week. Just being able to fellowship with y'all in so many different ways. Shout out to you, EM Dolphin, Vic Coaster. Peace to you. All right, Frank, I see you. You've been telling me the whole time. Preach to him. I'm trying my best, baby. We're in agreement. Ooh, that's rare, EM. Insanity. The many debates I've had with them over the years. You need to have a bottle of Motrin on deck having a debate. Hey, it can get testy, can it? Shout out to everybody still hanging out, trying to see what's going down. We just vibing out, baby. Woo! Man, we probably gonna eat tacos tonight. We didn't eat it the night that we wanted to. So we probably got to go to the store, get some fresh tomatoes, little stuff like that. Probably do a taco night. I'm craving tacos, so I'm going to convince the wife, let's do that. What else, y'all? I just can't wait for tonight. I'm not even going to be the one doing a lot of talking. I'm going to be hearing from y'all. I'll say whatever my piece here and there, but I want to hear what y'all got to say about a lot of different topics. Come with your topics, too. CD, I like to talk a little bit about this. I like to talk a little bit about that. I want to hear from you. I want to hear it all. Quick freestyle off the beat, TD. Omar, I got you. Hey, he done put me on the spot. He done put me on the spot, but I got it like a dot. I ain't playing with it. Oh, man, I'm going to say something I shouldn't say. He put me on the spot. Woo! Uh-oh. Y'all about to unsubscribe after this debacle. MIA is where I stay. I'm here with TD Fans Talk all day. I don't play no games. I'm about that fame. If you want to ride with me, I'm about the game. I messed up again. Crap. That's all right. I'm going to keep flowing, baby. Let's go. Little taco with the smile emoji. I don't know a word that rhyme with emoji, but emoji. I'm done, y'all. I can't do it. Oh, man, that's what it's about, baby. We having some fun, y'all. I love y'all, man. It's your boy, TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all. Appreciate y'all lifting my life up, just making me just enjoy life, man. Just enjoying life, man. Round of applause. Thank you, man. Thank you for clapping for that debacle, man. Man, thank you. EM will school TD again. Mike, you just a hater. When you gonna join the conversation, Mike? You always hiding behind that keyboard. Why don't you join in on the conversation, Mike? Yeah, I'm calling you out now. I'm calling you out now, Mike. You always talking that negative stuff about how wrong I am all day, every day. I'm calling you out now. Let's go, baby. He said soon. I don't want to hear that soon stuff. Yeah, I'm calling you out, baby. You give me the time and the place, baby. Let's go. Let's go. We go live, man. Let's do it, man. Let's do it. Mike ain't about that life. He talking. Hey, man. Hey, man. I'm starting to think that's Matt Burke for real, man. I'm starting to think that's Matt Burke for real, man. But that's all right. You hide behind that keyboard, Matt Burke. That's all good, man. We love you anyway, man. We love you anyway. We just ain't like you as our defensive coordinator. That's all. But anyway, you crack me up. Hey, man, I crack myself up, but only on Fridays. Only on Fridays. That's it. Just Fridays, man. That's it. Keyboard gangster. Nah, he a keyboard whistleblower. That's what he is. Oh, man, I'm cracking myself up, man. Oh, man, y'all kill me. Vicinity, bring it. Hey, y'all save it for Tuesday. Give other people a chance. Y'all save it for Tuesday. Some of them might be coming up for y'all, though. Some of them tonight might be saying, hey, man, I'm going to be on that panel Tuesday. I'm going to talk my talk and tell them what it is. We'll see, man. I don't have an issue with LeBron. It's kind of like Cowboy fans. You can't appreciate what they do because the fans be over the top. I get that. I ain't got nothing against LeBron either, but I've criticized his game a lot in the past, and rightfully so. It still doesn't mean he's not a great. But I've criticized a lot with LeBron. But you're right. His fan base, man, they want to ignore everything. This man can get the ball in bounds and walk 10 feet and then dribble. They call it travel. How is that a travel, man? Man, how is that a travel? The GOAT's supposed to be allowed 11 steps. That was only 10. Man, they cheat. They be hating on LeBron. They just don't want him to be better than Jordan. That's what they'll say. So it's hard to argue with him, man. It's hard. But it is what it is. I like LeBron because he's playing with Rondo and they're going to win a championship this year. That's a fact. That's a fact. And I've always said LeBron, man, starting about 3 years ago, he should have never been the vocal piece of the team. And that ain't what I mean. I don't mean he shouldn't be the best player, but you know how Paul Pierce was in Boston? LeBron will probably have about 2 more rings if he settled into that role. Not the player. He ain't no Paul Pierce. He's okay. Ain't no arguing that. But if he settled into the role that Paul Pierce had, let his and I hope he do it this year. 80, just like KG. LeBron take a back seat, but be the Paul Pierce. Still putting up 40 when they need it most. You know, still putting up 40 when they need it most. But being in his role, you might have some 22-point-a-night games. You know, let Rondo be Rondo. But they still need that dagger 3 shooter like Ray Allen was. But you know, Green and those guys cumulatively, they'll get it done. And Avery Bradley playing defense. It's gonna be a good season, man. I think they're gonna win it all for sure. But it don't matter. It's your boy TD from TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I love y'all, love y'all, love y'all. I am out. See y'all tonight. Peace.